Greetings, one and all. I am the Sonic Geek, and welcome to Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. You may notice we're starting a little ways in. This is yet another case of me screwing up the audio. And joining me is Triforce of Doom and Red Nova.
Hello.
What's up? Yeah, gotta love when things mess up, but it's during the really, really slow opening, and we just kind of say, fuck that noise.
Yeah, pretty much.
The opening's way too slow anyway, so...
Yep.
And plus no audio feedback to interrupt the commentary this time too, which...
Yeah, that too.
will make it a lot better.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using that program anymore.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Which one was that?
It was the one that let you guys hear the game.
Oh...
Doesn't matter now.
Yep.
Come on, let go.
And I can hear like whacking away enemies too.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we did not actually get through the part yet where well, in fact, you're about to see it, like, pretty soon by the looks of it.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
I don't have enough. I'll come back for it.
Oh, you were checking ruby count?
Yep.
Wait, don't the rubies just show up in the lower right?
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
So why'd you pause?
Force of habit.
Fair enough.
Oh, and as you may notice, by the hearts, I have the Ganondorf amiibo thing active.
Yes.
Oh,
So, and I forget, are you in standard or hero mode, like, from the pause menu selection?
Standard.
Okay, so it's not super hero mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided if I'm ever going to record Twilight Princess, it's probably going to be doing that, because I'm just so used to the Wii's orientation of the map. Because like when I originally got Twilight Princess, it was the Wii version, and I only found out there was a GameCube version later.
I actually played the GameCube version first, but then I played.
Yes.
Although
I think I actually had the Wii version first, but I actually like the GameCube version over the Wii version.
Yeah, in my case, Twilight Princess was also one of the first Wii games I got.
Yeah,
And was also one of the first games me and my brother bought the guide for alongside the game. One reason we kind of bought the guide is because this one particular room in the Forest Temple gave us a lot of shit. Namely, the one where you have to use the lantern to burn the web that's underneath you. We somehow did not figure that out on our own. Somehow. So we were just like, where the hell do we need to go? It's only the first dungeon. So yeah, Q was buying the Wii version of the guide. And that's kind of how we found out there was a GameCube version. But yeah.
And here's the area with all the crap in it.
And here we go.
Here we
The
go.
monkey steals your lamp.
Yep.
And this part takes fucking forever, and and you said you didn't have enough rupees for what I'm guessing is the spare bottle of oil?
Yep.
Oh god. Rip. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the when this section ends, the lamp will be completely empty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you pretty much just have to follow the monkey through here and don't get too far away from you. You'll get stuck in the poison gas. For those who haven't played the game yet. And if monsters show up, you have to kill them because the monkey won't advance until you kill them.
Well, shit. Looks like the game I was trying to download the desktop version of so I could change my profile pic easier doesn't have that option on the desktop version.
And what game is this?
Game of Dice.
Never heard of it.
Think like Monopoly, but more fun.
Ah.
it's also free. So, and the way they handle the free to play is actually really nice because pretty much all the things you could buy with real money are just like cards you could change out for your deck that you can also just unlock through playing the game and stuff like that.
Nice.
And you basically are buying the booster packs for the cards anyways, or earning the booster cards. So so whatever cards you get are random anyways, no matter what method. And the cards are like your standard board game card stuff, you know, like hey your die roll is doubled, or you'll always roll doubles, that kind of thing.
Nice. I gotta love how she just like I can see that thing coming from a mile away. She still walks into it.
Yeah. Goddamn monkeys.
Yep.
You're out of that area.
Mm-hmm.
And he drops the lamp, it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Get the lamp back.
Cutting down all the grass I can. 'Cause I need damn rupees.
Yeah. And more goblins all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
One little thing I like to do with goblins from time to time, I mentioned this in the beginning parts still because of what happened there, those won't be seen, but stand from a distance and get the slingshot out and basically shoot them from a mile away here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't even realize they're being hit, they just kind of keep looking around like, what?
Alright. It's good on that for now. Fun times.
Ah.
Yeah. You always saw patented spin attack.
Mm-hmm. There's a treasure chest there.
That should help. I'll probably have some money in it.
Nice.
10 rupees. Huh?
And now for the golden good boy.
Yeah, this guy. The shining wolf.
Ah, yay, we're getting the first of these.
Yep.
And this particular one just became a staple move,
Yep.
which I'm totally fine with. Because this is easily one of the most satisfying ways to finish off enemies in any 3D
yes.
game.
Yeah, the
You know, outside of the super epic ones like Platinum games. Also, I love how they force you to just fall on your ass.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, no.
yeah, bigger figure it out, boy.
Yeah, doesn't the game imply that this guy is like some past incarnation of Link?
It's implied to be Ocarina Link.
Ah.
So much so that even the Hyrule Historia teases it.
Huh.
Yeah, since one of the Wii U's that my dad ended up getting back when he worked at Nintendo was the Wind Waker HD version, which I found out the hard way and had a downloadable version of Wind Waker HD, meaning I'd have to set up that Wii U to play that game. God damn it! Yeah, so yeah, Wind Waker HD is separate from all of my other Wii U save data. But yeah, it also came with Hyrule Historia digitally, so that was nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. And learn the finishing blow. Yeah, this move is definitely a fun one to use.
Yeah, I always go out of my way to get all of them.
Yep. Oh, same here. Another one I love is one you'll learn much later on. I think it was, I don't know if it's, remember it's called the Shield Breaker.
You mean like the shield parry thing?
Yeah, it's basically where you use your shield to knock an enemy, hit an enemy, and then counter it. Yeah.
That one's really useful.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one. Basically, butt it with your shield and then counter them after that.
Oh yeah, shield bash is a useful one. Some of them I tend to forget they're a thing until I unlock them again, and then promptly forget about them.
Yeah.
But
and then you find yourself going up against the Lizalfos, and it all comes coming.
And actually, it's not just shield bash. It's one of them later on where you need to use shield bash as a part of the move.
You know, it's just like what one I tend to forget about is the mortal draw.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a fun one to pull off.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I tend to almost always have my sword out, so I tend to forget the mortal draw is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, when I see enemy, I immediately draw a sword. I don't think, okay, let's just walk up to it unarmed.
Yeah. Oh, I remember how that other move I like so much works. It's you shield bash him, but then Link's arm almost goes behind him and...
Ah, yes, the helm splitter.
Yeah, that helm splitter. I love
it reminds me heavily
cool.
of the Wind Waker parry system.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite move other than finishing blow in this game. And we're in the Forest Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I like a lot more in this game than Ocarina. Because it fits the environment a lot better. As far as, not to mention the design I like better too.
Yeah. Forest Temple, like Ocarina Forest Temple when I was younger, really freaked me out, honestly. So for the longest time, I didn't even bother. I was just like, I'm adult Link now, cool. I'll just stop playing for a while.
Yeah, honestly, I thought the Ocarina Forest Temple was just meh. It wasn't all that great. It was just boring. It's all hell.
I thought it was decent, especially with chasing after, like, the Poe sisters.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I think my favorite one from the Ocarina of Time game was probably the Fire Temple. Well, no, not the Fire Temple. I take that back. Spirit Temple.
The Spirit Temple was really cool. Speaking of which, I'm on that in the Master Quest run on 3DS, which, holy shit, Spirit Temple Master Quest version is yikes. Lots of silver rupees.
I will take your word for it. I've only ever completed, like, the Adult Link stuff once in my life. I barely remember any of it.
To put simply, Spirit Quest, I keep saying Spirit Quest Master Temple in my mind for some reason. At Master Quest Spirit Temple, not only does it have a lot of silver rupee puzzles, you know, collect all the rupees to open the door kind of thing, but it also has a lot of those, like, sun switches where when you activate them, surprise, Wallmaster!
Oh.
Thankfully, it's still a case of, like, you activate it, and then you see the shadow and hear the sound effect, so you can still roll out of the way.
Oh, as annoying as Wall-Masters can be in that game, I still prefer them over the freaking Link to the Past ones.
Yeah. Look,
getting in the dungeon.
Oh, no, the worst one is easily Zelda 1 ones, if you don't see them coming. Because they just come out of the walls and they touch you, you're back at the entrance.
Well, at least there they come out of the walls. Here in Link to the Past, you have to watch the shadow of them coming from the up above where you can't see them until they drop on the screen.
Probably my favorite ones to deal with are the ones in between worlds, because you can just use, because A, they're used to solve certain puzzles, and B, it's just hilarious watching them miss over and over at times. It's kind of like if you're on a moving platform and while dealing with the Xantans.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you want to slime on me? Well, too bad. You missed horribly because you cannot read movement for shit. Like, Xantans do not know the policy of aim for where they will be.
The reason I mentioned Link to the Past was because I've been playing Link to the Past randomizers quite a bit lately. I've been loads of all masters in that game because even when you think you avoid them sometimes, another enemy hits you and you get knocked right into the damn hand. Or you can take your away from it enough and it still grabs you. It's like, what the hell, game?
In my case, I'm either on the first Shadow World dungeon or beat it. I forget which as well since I booted up my copy. Because I have it on actual Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
And I don't set up my Nintendo or Super Nintendo often.
Yeah.
Which is saddening because I'm still on the world of balance in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Wall Masters are
Like,
one of those enemies that really super freaked me out when I was younger.
Oh, man.
Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Trying to remember which one it was for me because with Ocarina I didn't really play a lot of adult Link back when I first got Ocarina. For me it's probably actually Redads. Like, Redads freaked me out back then.
Oh, yeah, those freaking things are... Ugh.
oh god.
Now it's just like, great, Redads.
Then in Majora's Mask, you can make them dance.
Yep. And in Wind Waker, they have what's easily my, in my personal opinion, the creepiest design.
You know, I can't say
Because those red eyes will stare into your soul.
yeah. Oh god.
Also, God help you if you decide, hey, I'm gonna hookshot one of those guys. That's a bad idea. That's just a bad idea. Because you will fly right into their face.
Yeah.
Because they are about as heavy as a chest.
I was about to say, I forget which way you need to go first. I'm gonna assume it's this
just
way.
went through the room that will probably have to come back to a while once we get the weapon for this dungeon.
I forget exactly how many monkeys you end up saving.
A bunch.
Quite a few.
A barrel.
I think at least... Yeah, like 13 or something like that come to mind. It might not be the exact...
But yeah, one of my favorite rooms in this dungeon is the one room with the chasm and the rotating bridge, because you got the two Bokoblins, and you can just shoot them with your slingshot and have them run right off the edge. Bokoblins are idiots, and I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Uku.
Yes, and now for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
The chicken thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Pharaoh's Wind of the game.
Yep.
Yeah. You find this guy in a dungeon, he can...
Except where Pharaoh's Wind just takes you out of the dungeon, this one lets you teleport back in.
Yeah. Also, if you do not do both of those things before the city in the sky, you are screwed out of 2 letters. So, so if you consider that part of 100% completion for some reason, yeah, there you go. Granted, I remember, like, doing that within this first dungeon just to restock on some potions, because, still learning the game at the time. Like, how its specific mechanics worked.
Wrong button.
Ah, the spider web.
I'm so used to Skyward Sword when it comes to webs nowadays. I play Skyward Sword more. Well, okay, I would be playing it even more still if I knew where the hell my copy went.
Oops.
Skyward Sword is my 3rd favorite Zelda game, right behind Link Between Worlds and Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, the 3 most recent non-spin-offs are my 3 favorites.
Yeah. And Link Between Worlds is an excellent sequel to Link to the Past.
Yeah, and like,
So
the top-down games I've never really played as much as the 3D games just because I started with Ocarina. But yeah, Link Between Worlds is just really good with what it does.
Yep.
For one thing, the way it handles going to dungeons in any order is really cool, with being able to buy the items in whatever order you want.
It's not as linear, you can go wherever you want pretty much for the most part.
Link to the Past was sort of non-linear, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, there is some stuff you need to, like, you had to complete, I think, Dungeons 5 and 6 before you could get the Super Bomb, but other than that...
Yeah.
I'll take
Well,
your
that
word
and
for it.
early on in the light world with the pendants, but...
I'll take your word for it. I never got very far in that one.
Which one?
Link Between Worlds.
Ah.
I got to the end of like one dungeon and then just haven't really bothered with it since.
Yeah, I've I would have a 100% final on hero mode if I knew where the hell the last 2 pieces of heart I haven't found yet are. And the pieces of heart are random overworld pieces of heart.
Oh, shit.
So even if I went to look up a guide, it would be a case of like, okay, which ones did I get back when I actually was playing the game a lot? So, yeah, I'm basically at that, like, 99% where the fuck is it mark.
Yeah.
Like, I even did all the Dark Link challenges.
Dark Link challenges?
The Street Pass system. You can battle other people's links.
Okay.
And, like, there were specific challenges, like, beat him with only the Pegasus boots, or beat him, or deal the finishing blow with this item, that kind of stuff.
Huh.
And beat all of those and you get the ultimate challenge. Fighting the guy who issued the challenges in the first place, who's basically like a max level Dark Link. And once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty decent source of income because of how many rupees he can give you.
Speaking of rupees,
Yep.
I almost have enough for
Wow,
my bottle.
2 goblins just...
And nice thing is, if you don't get a lot of street passes, if you don't get a lot of street passes, the game will just spawn random shadow links around the world at occasionally.
Yeah.
The street pass just makes it go by faster. And like, they even have different arenas to fight the shadow links in as well, which is nice. So there's variety and such.
This in this temple. Swinging from monkey to monkey.
Also, another thing I really like about Between Worlds is how well it utilizes the painting mechanic.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yep,
the
you go
puzzles
to the
they
wall.
have for that are really clever.
Mm-hmm.
One of my personal favorites being when you fight blind.
Oh yeah. You go into his shield.
Yeah,
It's like, where the fuck is he? And then you get out behind him and just whack him in the butt.
yeah.
That sounds like
A battle that would be impossible in pretty much any other top-down Zelda game.
Yeah. Let's get in this one. Blind was stupid enough to think that having that shield would be enough. But, oh wait.
I forget. I forget. After a while, he rises up and just does away with the shield, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but then he just used the sword. But by then, it also means you can attack him. You can't block it with a shield either. So there's the flip side
Yeah.
of that.
But you know, it's just at the point where he realizes, okay, this is more of a hindrance than a help at this point.
Yeah. Because I'm fighting some guy who can merge into a wall for some reason. And that means my goddamn shield. God damn it. And just like in Link to the Past, Blind's head comes off after you do enough damage to him as well.
Yep.
Oh, these guys.
Ah, yeah, Deku Serpents. This is one of the few Zelda games where you know the names of almost every enemy, mainly because the guide listed the names and described their strategies like when they first show up in the story. And considering you don't really think to use Midna to tattle on enemies in this game that much, or at least I didn't, yeah, that was pretty much the only way I knew what the names of the enemies were. If they weren't if they weren't a Zelda staple. For example, Deku likes, which I think I only ever got eaten by one once, and just because I botched a jump horribly.
Yeah. Likes in any game kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Likes, yeah, are still more annoying, but Deku likes are a bit more hazards than enemies, so.
Yeah.
And you can't attack them from the side either, you have to throw a bomb into their top.
Yep. That's still better than getting your freaking shield eaten by regular Link.
Yeah, I forget how much damage Deku likes to deal, though.
And
Well, not that we're gonna find out from that guy.
boom. And dead.
Yeah, and with one particular jump where there's a vine wall, yeah, don't think you can cling onto the vines, they will suck you in. Like, that much I was able to gather from logic alone. And I'm pretty sure someone's fallen victim to that. At least one person has done that jump prematurely. I'd be surprised if someone didn't.
And another door. And back out in the windy section.
Not for long.
Yep. Realized you went the
I'm not
wrong
supposed to
way.
go there yet. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I can't really do much with the windy sections until later.
Yeah. Speaking of which, go figure. First. God damn it, yawning. But yeah, like first dungeon, and it has one of my favorite mid bosses in the whole game.
Oh yeah, the Elder Monkey.
Also has a really cool, if easy, actual boss.
Oh yeah, the twin-headed Deku thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Twilight Parasite Diababa or something like that. I know its main name is Diababa, and like all the bosses have like Twilight something as their descriptions.
Yeah. Now this guy.
Which Diababa does make sense because like because it's got the two heads and it's a giant Deku Baba.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of giant Deku Babas,
Yep.
this thing whose name I am currently forgetting. It's always it's interesting having a variation of Deku Baba that's, you know, just an enemy that doesn't die in like 2 hits.
Yeah.
Or if you
No.
or in the case of like Wind Waker using a boomerang, 1 hit.
And the thing stupidly opens his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They just feed
There you go, figure. Wind Waker, 4th favorite Zelda game. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, I tended to find a little disappointing.
Never played Spirit Tracks.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Tracks,
better than Phantom Hourglass, at least.
Never played that one either.
Honestly, I like Phantom Hourglass over Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks I got for a little while, then I was like, yeah, screw this game, I'm getting rid
And,
of
like,
it.
the main annoying thing for me with Spirit Tracks was the goddamn, Guardian songs. Especially the late game ones. Fucking Sand Temple. Like, the first time I played through that game, my cousin had to help me out with the Sand Temple song because of how goddamn finicky it is. Because that was like the big one to really incorporate like the skip a note tune kind of thing, and that is really goddamn picky.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
then
have to
that
play those songs to unlock the dungeons.
Yeah. Well, the thing that just turned me off to was the whole, you know, you get touched by the enemy trains, you're dead in 1 hit. It's like it's.
At the very least, they make it pretty obvious like what the punishment for that would be, considering those things get a whole cutscene to them and menacing music.
Still.
And honestly, it's more armored trains that tend to be more annoying because at least the demon trains you can stun. Like, I'm remembering that underwater temple house, just like, alright, we're just about there. Oh shit, armored train spawned right in front of the entrance. Of course, you know, then the end of the game happens and it's very cathartic.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, where you get to actually kill the trains?
Yep, by using Tears of Light.
Ah, yeah. That probably would have been the most satisfying thing about that game, in my opinion, was doing that.
Like, one thing I will give is that the final boss, like, section basically is pretty fun. What with being able to destroy a bunch of armored trains, destroying the demon train, like the big demon train guy. And although the Protect Zelda phase of the final boss is a little too long. I really wish that the flute's mechanics were coded better, though, or at least less picky with the dungeon songs.
Yeah.
Because hey, this is story required, and it's taking some people, i.e. me, like 50 tries, it feels like. Maybe we should tone it down a bit.
I will say, as much as I got rid of Spirit Text, I didn't like it, at least I played it more than, say, Triforce Heroes, which I didn't have for very long, and just said, screw this game.
I first beat it via DS download play because one of my friends had it, and me, him, and another one of our friends all wanted to play, and we figured, hey, let's just play through download play. And I later bought it digitally. In fact, me, Sub, and Shadow were planning on doing a Let's Play of that once Shadow gets a good setup for recording and is able to, you know, get his 3DS connected to campus Wi-Fi or whatever.
Yeah, I don't get how people are able to do that with their 3DSs. I mean, I know capture cards out there exist, but the ones I've seen are all insanely expensive.
Yeah, they kinda... 3D handheld capture devices have always been pretty expensive. Mainly because of how unique the coding for that would have to be. You know, I've learned to pay attention so much that I pretty much never get hit by those, so it's weird seeing someone get hit so much by them.
Then again, if you're in the right spot, they can actually take you up to places like they did there, too, so...
Yep.
And eventually there'll be a way to expose those things later on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really fun to do. I'm trying to remember what my first experience with that particular sculpture was like, if I actually saw it or if it just caught me off guard.
Yeah, the finishing blow on the spiders.
I just love that little sword twirl he does after you do something with one of the hidden moves. So much cool. It's so cool.
I'm trying to decide what my favorite version of Skulltula is to fight.
Implying there is one.
Because, like, you got the Ocarina Majora kind, you got this kind, you got the Skyward Sword kind. And then the ones that show up in Phantom Hourglass that are more annoying than anything.
And you got Skulltulas in Hyrule Warriors, too.
Oh yeah, the Golden Skulltulas, which are really fun collectibles.
Define fun.
As someone who always tries to kill lots of things really quickly in those games anyways, it's just a case of like, okay, they give me the range, time to find where it is.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna call this episode here. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Alright. See ya.